Testing, testing, 1, 2. That's not a good sign. Test, test. Test, 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 test. Hello, test. Test, test. What the hell? Okay, cool. Just post it.
Lovely. You don't have a Wi-Fi code.
Testing. Yes, we got the audio going. Test, test, test.
Go ahead.
Test, test, test.
It might be on a bit of a delay.
Testing, 1, 2. Testing, 1, 2.
Now approaching the west entrance of the stadium is head coach Dan McShane and his 2021 Pennsbury Falcons squad. And in the number 78, Tom Smith. Pennsbury will toss the first choice. They will receive and defend the south end zone to start today's game. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to honor America. Please rise. Face the south end of the stadium. Remove your hats for the singing of the national anthem, which will be done today by Brandon Brown.
Zoom into the flag.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight
And with that, I welcome you home. Back at Cardinal Stadium, home of UD since 1968, we return for Upper Dublin football at home. And man, it feels right, doesn't it, Jake?
Absolutely. After the devastating effects that Hurricane Ida had on this community, the tornado that swept through this very field, part of the stadium still condemned, but I mean, we're here in the morning, well, afternoon, I should say, so we can get the daylight in because of the lights, but they made it work and they are happy to be here. You have no idea what this game means to Upper Dublin as a whole, not just the football program, not just the school, but the entire town. And they get the 0-6 Falcons of Pennsbury, 0-4 in conference play. Upper Dublin hoping they can get a big win for their home fans here. And this is going to be absolutely great. Again, I'm Jake Levine, joined by CJ Ambrose. CJ, what do you think for today?
I mean, wow, it's just, what a moment. What a moment. Everybody here back home, I mean, some moments bigger than football. This is a football game, but really what this is this is the recovery of a community that was hit very hard, all centering around a football team that's been very successful and ready to come back home and come back and play in front of their faithful, as Owen Carl is going to start us off, as the play is going to be called dead immediately. We're waiting to see what the call is.
Offsides against the Cardinals on the kickoff.
And the Cardinals, they were a little too antsy here at home to get going.
I mean, can you really blame them, though, for everything? I talked about how this surrounds the community in Hurricane Ida, and we're here in the day because of the lights. It's nerve-wracking for these players, really wanting to get a big win. As far as this Pennsbury team is, though, I want to talk about them for a minute. 0-6 on the season, 0-4 in conference play. Have not won a game since 2019. So we will see if they can get what would be a massive upset here against the 4-2 Upper Dublin Cardinals in their homecoming.
So Cardinals now going to line up, instead of at the 40, they're going to line up at the NFL distance of the 35-yard line to kick this ball off. We'll resume here. First play. Carl gets in position. Two closest to him are McIntyre and Colbrenner. Carl charges up to the ball, and here we go. It's a low lining kick that's going to bounce down to around the 21. With it is Pennsbury, and he is brought down at around the 30-yard line.
So we're going to get our first look at this Pennsbury offense, who scored their season-best 21 last week in their 56-21 loss. They have been shut out a number of times this season, scored 7 points a number of times. This is an offense that just hasn't gotten too much going as far as, as a team. We'll see what they can do against this Upper Dublin defense that's played a lot of really good run defense this season, and, everything they've been able to do in the passing game and really punishing poor quarterback play. So we're going to get our first look at Pennsbury's offense versus UD's defense here.
Pennsbury, they have one receiver out. They're in a flexbone formation. Going to give it off to their fullback and brought down. This is a power option offense. They like those tight formations, flexbone option, power option, whatever you want to call it. You'll see a lot of Army formations, a lot of Georgia Tech style formations here from this Pennsbury Falcons offense.
Absolutely. This is what they pride themselves on. They want to be a team that runs the football, and we've talked about how Upper Dublin has been very good at stopping the run this season. We'll see if they can establish something early here, October here, but the first game back since the Hurricane Ida.
So snap again, giving it inside, trying to go forward, number 24. He is brought down. Pennsbury, you can see it here from the screen. They're not as big as the Cardinals, and that's one reason why they have to run this style of offense. They're not as big, so they want to get as much motion and much confusion as they can get to try to gain as much yardage as possible through the ground.
Absolutely, and we talked about how Upper Dublin, especially in those two losses to Quakertown and North Penn, really just struggled tackling. Here, they may started with two really nice tackles, made it 3rd down and 4. This is the kind of situation that Upper Dublin's going to be happy with. They're okay with 3rd down and 4 if they're making sound tackles.
Getting really good scoreboard play, too, here, as we're going to see some offsides here by Upper Dublin.
And that's the second mental mistake already that's going to give Pennsbury a 1st down. Pennsbury has done not a lot so far, but they have a 1st down, and they're almost at midfield off of Upper Dublin's mistakes here early.
That's a smart play there by Pennsbury. They show the motion. Every time they've shown motion before, they snapped it as motion was going. Here, they have a brief respite, right? They show the motion, but they don't immediately snap it. Upper Dublin gets antsy, trying to guess the snap count, and you get a free first down without doing anything.
Absolutely, that's a very good point. Clearly, this Pennsbury team understands that kind of stuff, and the give here.
It's going to be a run here by number 12, quarterback Shane McGurn.
Shane McGurn there with the QB keeper there just kind of takes that one up the middle. That's their biggest play all day, and it's now second down and relatively short here. This Pennsbury team is moving the ball past midfield already here in this one. CJ, is this the kind of start you were expecting out of Upper Dublin's defense?
Well, they've never really faced a team like this. We face read option type teams, but this is a very different style of offense, a very unorthodox style of offense. So you could see some issues start off for UD. And again, also a lot of pressure at home in front of their fans. Very different experience. As it's going to be another carry to Mulba. He's got space, and he's going to be brought down by the big Kyrie Butler, showing his size and speed. They're able to track down the running back.
Well, the tackling there for Upper Dublin is what's been part of their struggles all year defensively. They just haven't tackled it particularly well, and there he breaks a tackle and picks up an extra 10 yards and a first down. Pennsbury here moving the football, looking to really start with a big strike for the Pennsbury Falcons.
They're at the 26-yard line, so they're getting close to high school field goal range. Might be there, depending on who their kicker is. Under center is McGurn. Flex bone. Man in motion, it's number 2. McGurn with the keeper. Butler going to take him down again, and that's really... Kyrie Butler is going to be someone you're going to want to pay attention to.
Absolutely. And what Kyrie Butler does there is he doesn't get out of position and stays on the quarterback. It's very tempting to want to go see that running back because you can see the option style play developing, but he trusts his linebacker to be in the proper situation so he can go attack the quarterback. That's why that play was able to be stopped so well, because he had a trust in where his linebacker was and in the proper position. And good positioning there holds that to a 2-yard run.
Some of the key players today for Upper Dublin is going to be Butler and Hackett. Riley Hackett. Butler, the best run stopper on the team, and Riley Hackett, edge rusher. He has a lot of speed and size to him. So if he's going to be able to use that physical ability, well, he's going to have a very good game, as they're going to hand it off again. Bit of misdirection. As that fooled me. Originally, I thought it was to
I think it was just another QB keeper here. This is what they're doing. They're just faking the gives. They've been running the ball up the middle with MOBA, and now they get the keeper, and they pick up a nice first down on the outside. Or are they not going to give them first down yardage? They'll call it third and short. But,
wait, no, now they're moving the sticks.
Okay, there was a little confusion there. First down and 10 there for Pennsbury, and they are, at this point, at the 20-yard line. They have moved the ball comfortably. They have not aired it out yet. It's been all runs to get them from their own 30 to Upper Dublin's 20 here, 50 yards of offense on the ground.
Rare under center option there is now they're going to give it straight up, and it is nothing.
That was absolutely just crushed. It was the defensive line there that completely reads what the offensive line has been doing, where they've been moving the guard and tackle outside to get space on the outside. Upper Dublin sees that immediately on that one and just crashes the middle.
Upper Dublin's been notorious this year for slow starts in the first half, but solid second halves, where they've not really blasted out of the gates very well, but they've been able to make strides as the game's gone on.
They've played a lot of the long game, and we'll see if they can hold them to maybe 3 points here. That would be another description of them playing the long game and then winning later.
It's going to be a pitch out to number 2, Nathan Bagley, as Bagley is brought down after a solid carry. Good scoreboard play here by UD. We've had issues with that all year with the opposing team's scoreboard, but looking solid here, giving us the correct information, which is always good.
And here comes the marching band for a big 3rd down and 4. Upper Dublin's got to get off the field here, though, because if they're allowed to run for another first down, it's just deflating because they haven't stopped the run and they're going to go in for a touchdown more than likely. If they get a stop here, it shows that they have an ability to stop Pennsbury's rush attack.
If you're Upper Dublin, you got to completely take the pass out of any form of doubt, right? They are not passing it. It's just going to be a little quarterback keeper, as it is stopped there. Nothing really there, just a bit of motion, then a keeper. The real, the bread and butter of this offense is through the option. Not necessarily the pass, but who is going to be the one with the ball. They don't even give really any diversion there.
Looks like they're going on 4th down and 3 here, CJ, early in this one, and I'm not sure there's any reason for this. You've moved the ball. You haven't seen what your defense is. I don't know. This is an interesting situation. This is either a case of they don't trust their kicker, or they just want to play the game. This is an interesting decision. We'll see. You have to take the pass completely out of the question. You can't. You have to just 100% commit to the run. If they beat you with the pass here, good for them. You have to commit to the run.
So we're going to see some pre-snap motion. There is going to be a flag from every side. I believe that's going to be a false start on the offense.
And that leaves you an interesting decision. So you went on 4th and 3. Does it change now that it's 4th and 8? Is it a lack of trust in your kicker? Or you were going to go anyway?
It's an illegal formation there. Now, the kicker for this team is John Bradley Burfetchel. You want to get a shot at that name?
John Brady Bergfetchel. We'll go with Bergfetchel.
Well, I don't think we're going to have to worry about it as they're going for it on 4th down and 8. So we're going to see their quarterback go for it here, getting the call from their coach.
And again, if you're Upper Dublin, even though it's 4th and 8, if they beat you with a pass here, tip your cap. Great play. They have not aired the ball out once today. You have to assume you're getting a run.
No wide receivers. We're going to get a timeout here.
So you have to assume, was the 4th down potentially trying to get Upper Dublin to jump off sides, and now they're going to go kick a field goal?
If so, why though? On 4th and 7, you're still going to have a 4th down. I guess it's an easier 4th down, but still, it's a weird
Maybe make it a
play.
closer field goal. You have to remember it was originally 4th and 3, so maybe they trotted the offense out at first to try and get the motion. I'm not exactly sure.
So here on timeout now. With us today on camera, we got Braxton Gans joining us here on the Broadcasting Club. Also with us helping out today, Zachariah Holman. As it is a 4th and 8 marquee here, they are going to send out their kicker, John Brady Bergfetchel. So
I think this is good here. It's going to be about a 30-yarder.
Well, they didn't show much confidence in him when they were wanting to go for it. Bergfetchel is up, and there's no doubt about it. So getting out with the quick lead is going to be the Pennsbury Falcons. And that was a pretty long drive.
It was a long drive. You could look at it from two ways if you're Upper Dublin. You gave up 3 points to a team that hasn't won a football game in 2 years. Or you could look at it as, even though they moved the ball on us, we were able to figure out what they were doing and get a stop and hold them to 3 points. Definitely two sides of the coin if you're Upper Dublin. You just got to get out here and you got to respond. You got to put some points up on your own because Pennsbury has shown an ability to move the football.
Braxton, what do you think about that first possession there for Pennsbury?
Very hard run plays. A bit too loose a defense for Upper Dublin here, but I think we can push through that forward and have good offensive plays today.
So back to return for Upper Dublin is both Chris Colberter and Nafis McIntyre. Both two have been some of their most productive players. As watching on sides here, they're in a bit of a weird formation. Very tight here. Here he goes. Yes, it is an onside kick. Upper Dublin, it muffs it. Gonna pick it up though. DJ Cerisier is gonna be able to recover it after muffing it. That could have been catastrophic for UD.
Well, Cerisier certainly wasn't expecting that. And, you know, it was Upper Dublin who was able to they were able to recover themselves there.
So, Upper Dublin going to have it here. They're going to start out with McIntyre lined up in the slot with Tawfiq Bartlett at the running back position. They're going to be moving Dan Nardo in motion. Quarterback O'Sullivan, 10 touchdowns, 3 picks. He's going to give it off to the man that has been averaging 5.6 yards a carry so far this year, Nafis McIntyre. Zach, what'd you think of that last play?
It's a very productive play on first down. I like what we got going with the running game right now.
Yeah, joining us today is Zachariah Holman. We just call him Zach here. Zachariah. So, second down and manageable here. 2nd and 3. They're going to go in the pistol strong formation. 2 wide receivers. They're going to give it right back to their workhorse, Nafis McIntyre, breaking out to the outside and falling forward for a first down, Upper Dublin. Cardinals have 1st and 10 on their own 44-yard line. What do you think of what's happened so far in this possession with 2 straight runs, Jake?
Well, Upper Dublin started to move the football a little bit, and they've done what Pennsbury did to them with running the football. This seems like it's going to be a quick game. Move the football, not a lot of throwing the ball, just some nice, easy stuff. And Upper Dublin's back in that strong formation with a give. This is what their bread and butter is.
McIntyre trying to fight forward. He's going to get brought down for a loss.
Yeah, I mean, Pennsbury finally stops the run there. It's in a pretty big way, I might add. That's a pretty big play on 2nd down, or it was 1st down. But, yeah, it's 2nd down and very long for Upper Dublin, and we're going to see, are they having the ability to throw the football here? Could we see our first pass of the game at this point?
Coming into this game, Nafis McIntyre with exactly 400 yards, 5.6 yards a carry with 4 touchdowns, 11 catches, 76 yards, as he's going to be lined up at the outside receiver position. They're going to move Chris Colbrenner in the formation, motioning out, giving it to Colbrenner, trying to get some run after the catch, but he gets stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Upper Dublin starts to air the ball out, although not in a serious way, not too deep in the into Pennsbury's secondary. They haven't tested that yet, but they're probing the ball. On 2nd down, they are able to get past the original line of scrimmage of the 1st down and 10. And we're going to see what Upper Dublin does here. Is this a big 3rd down pickup here for Upper Dublin, or is it a punt by Owen Carl, giving what seemed to be a Pennsbury offense that was moving? Give them the ball back.
I think it depends on where they get it. 4th and short, I would not be surprised if they go for it here. I'd say anything within 4 yards, they might go for it. So we're going to get a timeout, Upper Dublin. Each team has used 1 timeout so far. Jake, what are you calling here?
As far as Upper Dublin is concerned, I think Noah Lee gets this ball. This is their best receiver. They want him to have the football, especially in the middle of the field. Although Colin O'Sullivan loves to throw the ball outside the numbers, I think this is a nice short throw, maybe at the sticks to Noah Lee, rather. Maybe see if he can get a little run after the catch and pick up a 1st down here.
One of their best routes this year has been that short 7-8 yard out route or little curl route to Noah Lee. Noah Lee has more than 10 receptions than anyone else on the team, with 22 coming into this game.
Yeah, and absolutely, and for good reason. He's an absolute playmaker when he gets the football in his hands. You don't even have to throw it that deep or in that much space for him to really make an impact on this game, on the scoreboard, and on the stat sheet.
So Upper Dublin marching out here on 3rd down. They're going to come in the gun formation. 3 wide receivers, 2 tight ends. It's going to be a pass. O'Sullivan looking, has to throw it into coverage, intercepted. He had Nafis McIntyre, tried to throw it to the sticks. That'll be intercepted by Pennsbury. Only his 4th in the year in his 7th game this season.
Well, you see, the thing about Colin O'Sullivan is his decision-making, and we've really praised it a lot this season, and for good reason. That was not a good example of that, folks. That was right into double coverage on 3rd down and 9. You want to get that ball to the outside, not in the middle of the field where all the linebackers are looking at you. He was able to avoid the sack, but then threw the ball right back into the middle of the defense. Not what you want to do. Pennsbury actually did have a nice little disguise coverage here, but we're going to see can Pennsbury really add to this lead, really open this game up.
Yeah, he tried to just do a little too much with that football instead of dumping it off. But everybody makes mistakes, as it's going to be a quick carry to quick run by McGarren, their quarterback. He's going to drop down for a gain of essentially nothing.
Yeah, absolutely. Upper Dublin's defensive line starting to figure out that they are not going to throw the football, if you really want to say that. But Pennsbury, they need to start becoming a little more two-dimensional if they want to score a touchdown, if they want to really pop this game up. But Pennsbury scores a touchdown, this game is wide open. I mean, completely.
You got to think if you're Upper Dublin, you got to be sending 6 or 7 guys every single play.
Absolutely, and your defensive backs need to look at the ball and look at the quarterback.
Yeah, they got to just key in right on the football.
I mean,
attack the ball.
They don't have even a wide receiver in the formation. If a pass beats you, if you're Upper Dublin, you nod your head and say good job.
Oh, wow.
But you're not going to let that beat you. You're not going to let that beat you at this point in the game. You've already seen this is what they want to do.
That was Nick Rodriguez along with a few other Cardinals absolutely blowing that play up and hitting McGarren for a loss. I believe that was intended to be an option, but really didn't even have time to even fake the handoff.
There was no fake. I think it actually tried to be a triple option, if you notice how the running back tried to slip out of the formation, but there was no time for any of it because Upper Dublin at this point is having none of it. They're not letting this offensive line control the game at all, and I think they're going to bring 5, 6, 7 people again. Pennsbury, okay, they finally have some receivers in the formation, but they have not thrown the football at all.
Yeah, Johnny Molly is going to be at wide receiver. As one thing about this, it's going to be a pass actually that's incomplete. As I was saying, the one thing about this under center option style team is that you're never going to really have very big losses. That play got blown up, but it got blown up at the line of scrimmage. It was only a loss of 1 yard on second down.
I know, and I want to talk about that pass from Pennsbury because it's clear that Johnny Mall is the one receiver they want to have the football when they throw the ball. He didn't even look anyone else's way. He went right to Mall. And Mall wasn't horribly covered, but he wasn't exactly open. So this is clearly who that quarterback trusts with the football. And Johnny Mall, is he going to create separation here?
McGurran going to punt. Their QB, also their punter. McIntyre going to bring it in, and he's going to have space to the outside. He gets ripped up by the back of his jersey, but he's still going, still trekking forward, and he is able to make a nice return out of that one, fighting through first contact. They actually ripped his pad out of his jersey there.
Well, Colin O'Sullivan, I want to say this, got away with one. His defense came up huge after he made a mistake and gave them the ball essentially at midfield. Colin O'Sullivan, can you bounce back? It's okay. It's still the first quarter. It's a 3-point game. Can you bounce back and make this a tie game or even a lead for Upper Dublin here in front of your home crowds in a stadium that's really starting to pack up?
Yeah, fans filing in here. It's an early game today, 12. Offense going to come back out. They're in a spread formation. Watch something here with McIntyre at the slot, in the slot. It's going to be a pass, little out route to Noah Lee, trying to run after the catch, and he's going to get a solid gain there. And again, that's why he's their number one. Effective route runner, can do it after the catch, solid play there.
So Noah Lee really just comes out in the flat, and when the corner isn't in press coverage, he's able to just get open, and O'Sullivan is able to get the ball to him. And when he gets the ball, it's a 7-yard pickup. There's no negative plays with Noah Lee getting the football, so that is just some really good stuff there.
So, second down, it's going to be a carry to Tawfiq Bartlett. Bartlett has really emerged on this roster as their number 2 back and a lot of volume in that position after Michael Wright went down with injury earlier in the year. He is suited up today, though.
Yeah, absolutely. He is suited up today, likely, I would assume. I'm not sure how much of the field he's going to see, but Upper Dublin here, as soon as they see that cover 3, they run the ball up the middle. That's really nice. They're able to understand that that's a back coverage. They're not going to let the pass beat them, so that they do. They run the football with Tariq Bartlett, who's a real running back. I know McIntyre is going to get a lot of the looks and a lot of the credit, but Bartlett's a great number 2.
They're going to give it to McIntyre here as he's going to run forward and get the first down. My mistake, actually, Michael Wright is not suited up. I accidentally saw DJ Cerisier, number 2, instead of number 3 there. My fault, but first down here for UD.
Yeah, Upper Dublin's able to get that big pickup there, and we talk about how McIntyre is always able to fall forward when they really need to. And McIntyre especially, he knows where those first down sticks are, and he gets a huge first down. That's the quarter here. Upper Dublin with a little bit of a slow start. We'll see you when we switch sides of the field. I'm again Jake Levine with CJ Ambrose here. Upper Dublin broadcasting 3-0 Pennsbury after 1.
And we're back now in the second quarter. The 0-6 Pennsbury Falcons up on the 4-2 Cardinals 3-0 here as it is first down. It's going to be a pass Gonna zip it in there, and it is dropped.
Well, he found the hot receiver there when he cuts across the middle and fakes that defensive back out. He's able to get the ball where it needs to go. Just, I guess he wasn't expecting it, thought he was covered there. It's a big second down. It's a big first down, rather, because here's second down and 10. We're going to see Upper Dublin probably forced to throw the football again unless they show confidence in their running game.
That pass was intended for Ryan Mulroy, who is a freshman that's really been excellent on the JV team, excellent in middle school, and they really like him. He's getting the call up today. Going to see more action with the varsity squad, and I'm sure just first game jitters for him. Oh,
Everyone came across there.
That's going to be a neutral zone infraction. Oh, no, false start.
There's call's going to be on the right tackle against Upper Dublin there. I guess got a little bit of movement there.
So instead of what could have been a first down on the last play, it's now 2nd and 15 after the penalty.
Upper Dublin's moving in the wrong direction, and I think there's not a question who the more talented team is, but there's also not a question who's been the more disciplined team here through a quarter and, a little bit of change, and that's certainly been the Pennsbury Falcons, who have not made any real mistakes so far.
O'Sullivan, he's looking, going to run through the hole. Good blocking by Mulroy, getting him more yardage, as it is a close to a first down UD. And you see that there? It was going to be a pass, sees the hole. Ryan Mulroy, very, very aware of the situation, able to get good blocking and get probably a good 5 more yards there for O'Sullivan.
But it's Connor O'Sullivan who realizes no one's open, and he's able to, instead of forcing it as he did on the last possession, on second down, go from 3rd and 15 to 3rd and 2. That's a huge difference, and they're able to get a run.
Formation, Tawfiq Bartlett going to get a solid carry there.
And that's a big run. Upper Dublin, the difference between 3rd and 15 and 3rd and 2 is just monumental. And it's clear Colin O'Sullivan understands this because he takes what he can get. And then you talked about Ryan Mulroy with the big block. That sets up that run by Tawfiq Bartlett. Upper Dublin's now in business when 2 plays ago it looks like they were punting.
That's exactly right. And again, we're going back into T formation. We know how I feel, but hey, it's been more successful the more and more they've used it this year, as it's going to be coughed up by McIntyre, who has it. And they're going to call it Upper Dublin's ball, as you can hear the refs yelling, red ball, red ball. Still going to be a gain there, but almost a very costly play.
Upper Dublin, they've now been penalized. They've thrown an interception, and they were very close to losing a fumble. Pennsbury's done none of that, folks. So if Pennsbury's going to win, it's going to be on the back of disciplined football, and Upper Dublin doing the opposite here, 2nd down and 7.
If Pennsbury wins today, it will be their first victory since 2019, as McIntyre can't get anything there.
Think about the world of 2019 for a second, CJ.
I'm good. So it's going to be 3rd and medium here, 3rd and 5. Upper Dublin going to come out here. O'Sullivan, of course, at QB. Interesting what they're going to call here. Are they going to stick with the run, or are they going to revert to the pass here? What do you see them going with here?
I think they're going to throw this football. I think they have ultimate trust in their quarterback, Colin O'Sullivan, to make a good decision with the ball, even based on what you said.
Noah Lee open, first down.
And Noah Lee makes a great adjustment. The ball is slightly underthrown. He needs to get that ball a little more towards the post, but it's okay because Noah Lee is able to make a huge adjustment and get a huge first down.
And that's as simple as it gets right there. They're playing press coverage defense. They're going to try to send pressure, make O'Sullivan make a mistake. He stays confident, and just a little seam route, right? Just going right up the seam, right up the lines of the pocket, able to get open and first down.
Gets that ball right where it needs to be, CJ. And I mean, he sees the defense and is able to get the ball on the inside of his receiver where it belongs.
In motion now, they're going to hand it off to Chris Colbrenner, who gets taken down around the 6-yard line.
And Chris Colbrenner really is an X factor for this offense. It's his first touch today. They like to get him the ball all sorts of different ways because he can really be a big game changer when he gets the football here, 2nd down.
So Colbrenner already today with a catch and a run. Dowd will begin an interception, as he already has 4 interceptions through 6 games. Dowd will begin that with the amount of passes we've seen by Pennsbury, as it's going to be a quarterback power right here, and down on the 2 2-ish, 3-ish yard line.
And are you concerned about your quarterback getting a hit if you're Upper Dublin? You probably have to be a little bit. But Colin O'Sullivan is such a gamer when he gets that football. He gets it right to 3rd down and 1, gets a big gain on 2nd down. You know how I feel about big gains on 2nd down. But Upper Dublin really in business here, pretty close to the goal line. The question is, will it be 3 or 7? And I say 7 because there's no doubt about Owen Carl making the kick.
Now, one thing is that it is not 3rd and goal. It is 3rd and 1. Upper Dublin was outside of the 10-yard line when they got first down. So, say they get 1 yard, they don't get in the end zone, it'll still be a first down, and they will get 4 chances at 6.
Absolutely, and we're going to get a little timeout here down on the field. And we're going to get a word from Jeremy Pollock, who's joined us in the studio today. Jeremy, what have you thought about this game so far with Pennsbury having a lead?
Well, I just got here, but from what I've seen, I feel like the Cardinals are definitely going to come back.
Excellent analysis there by our excellent analyst, Jeremy Pollock.
He might be coming for my position, I think, soon.
Oh, very close, very close. Might have to fire you, Jake.
You know I'd be the one to fire you.
Okay, then. Well, this is a little awkward. But, you know what's not awkward? UD getting 6 here. So they're going to come out here, 3rd down and 1 to go. They're around 2 yards away from the end zone. It's just going to be a little carry. Nafis McIntyre, who's going to walk into the end zone for his 5th rushing touchdown of the season.
And Upper Dublin didn't show panic. That's what really matters here. They got down early, but it was okay. They stuck to their guns. They threw a pick early, but they stayed running the football. They stayed in the short passing game. They stayed doing what they want to do on offense, and they're rewarded with a touchdown in their first lead of the game.
So Owen Carl to kick. Holding will be Noah Lee, the left-legged rocket out of Upper Dublin. High snap, kick is up, and he gets some loft on that one as it is going to be good. Upper Dublin 7-3 as we are with 8 minutes and 12 seconds left in the second quarter.
Like a nice golfer with his pitching wedge, right, CJ?
Yeah, just a little loft wedge shot there. Got it up and got it right through, right where he needed it.
Novacare Rehabilitation is the official provider of athletic training services to Upper Dublin High School.
And it's Upper Dublin here. They're going to kick it away. And Pennsbury's going to get the ball for the 3rd time today. The first time they moved to the ball really well, got a field goal. The second time they did pretty much what they did on the first drive and punted. So what do you think we're going to see out of this Pennsbury offense, CJ?
Well, I think we're going to see more of the same. There's no reason for them to be worried here. They're just going to keep playing their offense, keep that power option that they're going with, that flex bone offense, and try to just run it right down UD's throat.
Absolutely, and if you notice, look at the time. We've only been playing a half hour, and we're comfortably into the second quarter. Feels like this one's moving pretty quick.
When you keep the ball on the ground, you keep it inbounds, that's exactly what's going to happen, especially in high school with running clock.
And only 12-minute quarters, mind you.
That's exactly right. As to kickoff will be Owen Carl. He went with a little bit of a low liner on his first one. Maybe put a bit more loft on this one as kick is off. And yeah, he's going to drop it right around the 30.
It's a live football.
And this is a live football as it got no movement on it. I understand trying to want it to bounce. It looked like it would have gone out of bounds, but it didn't. It stopped right in place, and that's one of the advantages of this turf field is if you hit it right, that ball will either bounce a lot or it will not bounce at all.
Absolutely.
So first down here for Pennsbury.
And we're going to see them back in that formation with no tight ends against CJ.
Flex bone option here. It's going to be a give off to their running back as a minuscule gain here on first down.
Yeah, they're going right back to the run game. This is their bread and butter. We've talked about it all day. This is what they want to do with the football. And we'll see, do they ever actually air it out there at the end there and really make this a big play?
I mean, they're doing a lot of work trying to suck this Upper Dublin defense in if that's their end goal.
I mean, absolutely. They've certainly sucked the defense in, though, because they are just teeing off on every run. They're bringing 6, 7 people. They're obviously just trying to blow that thing up.
So, second down and 7 to go here. They're going to have Moba in the backfield. It's going to be a triple option carry out here. and it is going to be a good gain for number 38, Marcus Rogers.
Maybe that's all they were trying to set up, trying to get the defense in the middle of the field and then trying to push that ball out to the outside there. Upper Dublin, though, is disciplined. They're able to get out to where they need to be once they see the football is there. And even though they do pick up a first down, it's not as big of a pickup as it probably could have or should have been.
When we talk about Upper Dublin when it comes to triple options, they've not had a good track record this year, giving up not one, but two 50-plus yard plays
Against
on
Ben
triple
Salem.
options.
Against Ben Salem, certainly, they really had a good play with that triple option.
So it's going to be a pitch out here to number 23, who gets brought down by his back. That was Jordan Zernick on the carry.
Yeah, and that was just a good play by Upper Dublin to able to get out to the long side of the field. We talk about the long side of the field where the ball was placed in relationship to the hash marks, and right there he was able to have no problem able to set the edge, get out there, and hold it for a 1-yard pickup. Just a 1-yard pickup, I might add.
So 2nd down and 9 to go here. One wide receiver in the formation. They're playing soft coverage. I don't really think they have to worry about a pass here, as it is once again another run here. So 3rd and long. Now's when you maybe expect the pass. Maybe you're sending 5 here, and you're going to go a bit tighter coverage.
Remember, Pennsbury's only attempted 1 pass today, and it was an incompletion, a little high for their wide receiver, Johnny Mackle. So we've talked about how he is really the guy who they want to have the football. But, yeah, we're going to see if Pennsbury is able to have any sort of ability to thread the football here.
Yeah, watch out for number 1, Johnny Mao. Here on 3rd down. Here we go. They're going to have 2 wide receivers out wide. Him and number 85, Jay Sakota. It's going to be a pass looking for Johnny Mao. And great coverage there by Upper Dublin. Breaking the play up there was number 8, linebacker Griffin Pennsbury, coming all the way out there to make the stop on the outside.
And that's how they teach you how to play zone defense. Find the guy that you are covering who's going to come into your zone and absolutely just beat him up with it. And that's exactly what they were able to do there. They are able to close out on that wide receiver and really do a good job here. And we're going to have our first thoughts from Zach Holman. Zach, what have you seen out of Upper Dublin here today?
Upper Dublin's defense, I came here a few minutes late, unfortunately, but Upper Dublin's defense has looked really solid. Pennsbury's running game is very strong, so the fact that I've done good so far is really saying something. As for offense, they've also looked really sharp, especially last drive, ending with this very solid touchdown.
Yeah, and that was the punt work by Pennsbury. Upper Dublin gets the ball back with 5 minutes, 23 seconds to go here.
Braxton, what do you think so far of Pennsbury's last drive, and what Upper Dublin's got to do to keep their offense on the field and their defense off the field?
Well, I think we got to keep the blitzes going. That's what's been working for us so far. No long passes and no long runs very much yet.
And only 2 passes attempted so far for Pennsbury, both on 3rd and longs. Not really trying to mask what their offensive strategy is.
So Dublin here, finally with a lead. This is the position they thought they would be here and against the 0-6, 0-4 Pennsbury team. But they're running the football and getting pushed back there. McIntyre not able to get much going at all there. And CJ, Upper Dublin, how do you think they're going to try and control this game?
Well, they got to do what they've been doing. They've got to keep it going, keep running, and only throwing when they really need to. They haven't really shown that, at least this Pennsbury Falcons have only really shown 1 stop against the air, and it was not really based off incredible coverage. It was a bad decision, right? So Upper Dublin, if they can just keep it in the ground, control the time, and use O'Sullivan sparingly and wisely, I think they'll have this game under control, especially at the pace which it is moving, as we're already down to almost 4 minutes left in the first half, as it's going to be a power here by O'Sullivan.
Did he pick up the first down yardage?
He's going to be close, probably a little short. Are they giving it to him? Let's see.
Well, this is why we talk about why 2nd down is so important. They're not going to give it to him.
No, it is going to be 3rd down and 1 to go.
But that's why we talk about 2nd down so important. Big difference, as you and I know, between 3rd and 1 and 3rd and 8, and that's why 2nd down is such an important down.
So Ryan Mulroy, he's going to be out here at wide receiver, number 87, the freshman. And they're also going to have Noah Lee in the slot along with Chris Colbrenner.
Not press coverage at all if you're Pennsbury. This could be a quick pass for a first down if you're Colin O'Sullivan. Instead, it'll
O'Sullivan just going to power it through and get the first down. You're talking about quarterback taking hits. I really don't think they're worried about that with Colin. Colin, he had a small injury last year, but he's been able to keep himself pretty safe. And I think they're confident with their backups with Nick Rodriguez, Coleman Zamborski, and Paul Stoffel all back there as solid backup quarterbacks.
They certainly do have a lot of options if they were ever to need that. Colin O'Sullivan has shown to be really healthy this season, and that's really important for Upper Dublin at this point.
So we're going to get first down, trips wide receivers to the top of your screen, one down low. It's going to be a pass. O'Sullivan taking the shot to Lee. And yes, there's a flag.
Yeah.
He had both Lee and Colbrenner open as that was clear pass interference, grabbing on his jersey.
Came in a little late, no? I mean, I felt like as soon as that should be touching, should be the ball, the yellow marker should be coming in. Either way, it's going to be a pretty big penalty. Upper Dublin here trying to add some points. They are going to get the ball to start the second half. If they can make this 10-3, 14-3 to start the second half, this would be very big for Upper Dublin at this point.
High school rule, it is not a spot foul. It is 15 yards and a first down.
Similarly to college.
Yeah, which honestly I believe is how it should be in the NFL, so you don't have teams just trying to throw up deep shots all the time trying to get them.
You know, I say there's some things that college football does well and some things the NFL does well. I think DPI is one of those that college gets better than the NFL.
So we're going to go with a spread look here. In the backfield is Griffin Pensabine, as it's going to be a quick little throw here to Noah Lee. Griffin Pensabine, of course, had that great pass breakup on the last possession, and they're going to have him in as a real solid power and blocking back here.
And we're going to see Upper Dublin do what they really want to do. Colin O'Sullivan's throwing the short passes outside the numbers where he's the most effective. He's running the football. McIntyre's running the football. They're spreading the ball around. Chris Colbrenner's getting some looks. This is what Upper Dublin wants to do. They want to be efficient. They want to pick up first downs, bleed this clock, and just be better as the better team here.
Yeah. So it's going to be a Carol McIntyre tripped up, blown up in. My mistake, it was Jacob Kornbluth, number 34, and number 8 is Griffin Pensabine, who is actually out at wide receiver. I knew something was off there.
Absolutely, but we talk about the importance of second down. 2nd and 4, that could have been 3rd and 2. Instead, it's going to be about 3rd and 9. Absolutely huge play if you're Pennsbury's rush defense, and they're kind of pushing this Upper Dublin team to the limits of high school field goal range.
So we're going to go with zone look here. That's at least what I'm reading off the play. It's going to be a quick little out route here to Lee, and they're going to set up a 4th and manageable. The long so far this year for Owen Carl was 37 yards. See what they decide to do here. I believe, yes, they are going for it on 4th down.
And they're right in that range of it's too far for a field goal, too short to punt, and it's going to be 4th and pretty short. So I do understand this decision by Brett Stover. 4th and 4, certainly manageable here. We're inside 2 minutes, so if you don't get it, it's not the biggest deal in the world.
Already 3 catches in the first half for Noah Lee. They're going to have trips wide receiver to the top, press coverage down at the bottom of your screen. Timeout called. That's going to be Upper Dublin, so each team has used 2 timeouts. Upper Dublin has used 2 timeouts, and 1 has been used by the Pennsbury Falcons. As we're going to have a quick timeout here on our side as well. We will see you back in 30 seconds.
And we are back here, Upper Dublin Cardinals football here, inside of 90 seconds here. 4th down and 4. This is a pretty big play. See if Upper Dublin's going to get some points. And CJ Ambrose joins me here, Colin O'Sullivan in the gun, and we are going to get a whistle.
It's actually going to be a timeout taken. And, Zach, what do you think so far of this possession for UD with a minute 25 left here in the first half?
It's been a little more shaky than the last one, but I like what they're doing with the passes. A couple big pass plays has definitely helped them out a lot. And I think here I think they probably want to run some sort of option, something to throw the defense off in any way.
So 125 left here. It's 4th and 4. Remember, if there's a change of possession or just a missed 4th down in general, the clock automatically stops. So a timeout is expendable here for the Falcons, as this is probably the biggest play of the half. You gotta think.
Absolutely. I mean, this is the difference between what might be 10-3, 14-3, or 7-3, maybe even 7-6 going into the break. This is absolutely a huge play for the complexion of this game and the halftime discussions.
It'll be interesting to also see what Pennsbury does with their 2-minute offense if they throw more. So it's going to be a power here, one of their best plays so far. A solid carry here down and around the 9-yard line. A real nice play by his legs. O'Sullivan, great call there by Coach Stover.
And that is the play that Upper Dublin needed to say, who's the better football team? Who's playing at home? This is what they needed to say all game long. They've let Pennsbury hang around. If they get a touchdown here and they're going to get the ball to start the second half, this would be an absolutely huge change of complexion for the Upper Dublin Cardinals.
Just some slight misdirection there. You make them think for a quarter of a second it's a pass, then you go and you run in a great hole created by this offensive line that does have size over the D-line of Pennsbury, as it is a touchdown catch. Griffin Pensabine, Upper Dublin going to take a 13-3 lead with the extra point pending.
What an
great
absolutely
pass,
beautiful
great
throw.
catch.
What an absolutely beautiful throw. The defensive back playing press coverage is on the inside of the receiver. So where does the ball belong? On the receiver's outside, and that's exactly what he does. A minute 16 in Upper Dublin, firmly now in the driver's seat, going to get the ball to start the second half here, and this is absolutely huge if you're a fan of the Cardinals here.
And that's legal in both college and the NFL. 2 feet in there by Pensabine as well.
Absolutely.
Owen Carl going to get the extra point here. Hold by Noah Lee. It is good. Upper Dublin up 14-0 as it lands on the track there. 14-3. Thanks for pointing out my mistake there, Jake.
I mean, I'll let you say, oh, it's the downs wrong, but I can't let you get the score wrong. Jeremy Pollock, your thoughts here on what's been a pretty quick first half?
Well, when you first asked me, I said we were going to come back, and it looks like we came back. A whopping 14-3.
Thank you, Jeremy.
Upper Dublin does start with the football in the second half, so it's going to be really interesting to see what Pennsbury does here. Now, they do have 2 timeouts, and they've been a weird offense here because they've only thrown it twice, right? But just a real interesting position because they have a minute 16. So you have time with a minute 16 seconds, 2 timeouts, and clock stopping after first downs until you get to the line of scrimmage. But this has not been a passing team. It's been a run team.
Absolutely. Are they even going to seriously try and score before intermission? It's going to be very interesting.
Really interesting. And if you're Upper Dublin, I don't know what I'd think here. You might honestly want to go for a little onside kick here because really, are they going to beat you in the air? And you're only giving them maybe 20 yards here if you don't get it. So it is going to be a full kick here. Ball going to be taken in around the 22, and he's going to be brought down around the 36-yard line. So that is where Pennsbury will start with this possession.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're going to see, can Pennsbury try and throw the football a little bit, or are they going to run the football a little bit? And are they really going to try and throw the football to try and get out of here with some points going into the break? Again, they started really well to start that first half. They really threw the football, or ran the football, I should say, very nicely. But they've been staying with that.
So down on the carry. Go on your phone and watch video. Second down here, clock at around 50 seconds. It's going to be a option here taken by the quarterback. And, yeah, I don't really know what the strategy here is.
They're just running the football a little bit. I think they're not trying to panic too much before the half ends. So we're going to see which one is it actually going to be. It looks like they're going to be comfortable going in here down 11.
Sorry if I had any mic issues as this ball almost intercepted by Chris Kolbrenner, almost his 5th of the year. As we're going to see a 4th down here with 12 seconds left.
That might have been the 3rd time Pennsbury's aired it out all half, no?
Yeah, I believe that was the 3rd pass attempt here. 4th down. Again, their quarterback is also their punter, so you really don't know what they're doing.
Absolutely, you have no idea.
But they are in a huddle, so I expect them to try to do some here. I probably just a run to try to get a bit of yardage, run out the clock. The only thing is that Upper Dublin, they'd really only have one play if you don't get it, as brought down here with 4 or 5 seconds left. They're going to call him down with 5 seconds. So Upper Dublin, they're going to have one play here to see what they can do at the end of the half. Probably just going to knee it because they have a 2-possession lead. So Upper Dublin, they have 1st down here. 5 seconds left in the first half. Up 14-3. They start with the ball in the second half. So don't really expect them to do anything here other than maybe run it. But
Maybe like a screen pass of some sort, just trying to break something out here.
It's high school football. You never know. You could see anything, really. Okay. Shotgun formation. It is going to be a pass. It's going to be a screen to Bartlett, and there is going to be room. Bartlett is going to keep trucking forward and get down at the 25-yard line.
Remember, the half can't end on a defensive penalty.
Half cannot end on a defensive flag, so folks, stay in your seats here. There is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Hold on. It's on the offense, so that will end the half. We go into halftime. Upper Dublin 14, Pennsbury 3. We'll see you back in 10 minutes. I'm CJ Ambrose with Jake Levine. Go to the bathroom, grab your popcorn. We will be right back.
Adriana Bellini, Caitlin Wakefield. Drill designed by Jake Scott. Musical arrangement by Daniel Ranieri. The marching Cardinals are presented for the tireless effort of the Upper Dublin Marching Band Parents Association. Please welcome to the field the 2021 Marching Cardinals.
Whatever it is, whatever it is, blah, blah, blah. I'm taking this down. I don't know, but so it has a title and it gets him.
Remember, there is a hot mic, so he was at it.
Actually, he was in charge pretty much writing the rules for COVID. For all the outdoor activities throughout the state of Massachusetts. So he and I actually had great conversations because I was trying to help out here or contribute to here. So he and I actually Yeah, so I mean, he's realized that if the governor wants a hockey party, then COVID rules or not, it's happening. So that's got me a little frustrated, but that's a reality check.
Politics, right?
Yeah. So that piece was sort of interesting to him, but anyway, but he's good. He's really happy that he did that choice. He's getting married next summer in September next year, so that is exciting. In New Hampshire at some camp because you have to be able to swim and play frisbee and pickleball. Oh yes. There's nothing about that. No. So, but that doesn't surprise you, right? And Mika is still in Holland. Yeah, we're hoping that she will finish that thesis. Oh yeah, she is. Yeah. I mean, she has a thesis advisor. She and the advisor have met once in person now, over the last year. And I think the two of them are very similar, but they haven't figured that out yet. So that relationship is difficult, and yeah. But anyway, it will happen. And then Bart is still in the Bay Area, and he thinks he's also doing some graduate school work, but he's still working full-time on disaster relief. But has he been at any disaster? Well, no, he has done some things, but he's more at the back end of things. It's a little frustrated, I think. But you know what? He has a job that is just amazing, but he doesn't realize how amazing it is. But that's okay. That is with that age. That's right. So yeah, no, we luckily didn't have too much tornado damage. I mean, that's really it. Oh yeah. We lost so our house did not get touched, which was amazing because we had just moved solar panels on the roof and everything. So I was sure they were still installed. And we opted for an option to buy our own instead of have someone else. Oh, well, there goes that investment. But no, we just lost like 30 or so trees. Both sides of the house, in front of the house, our driveway, and behind the house. But right behind us, total disaster. So yeah, our whole neighborhood is unrecognizable. I tried not to go to and it's very disorienting. I mean, it's places that I live there, so I mean, we lived there 20 years. I know it, but now you don't know it. And every time I come back from work, it hits me again. And that's weird.
whenever it's good, that's fine. And like I said, if need be, just tell me and I'll come up with it. I have no problem. Because I do have some retired time. How's your school?
I don't know. That's not right.
I've heard similar comments from some of my upper Dublin friends. How they're going to participate. They don't feel like and so he goes to the shadow of stories. He's never been in those courses himself. He just thinks their workload is so much. And you're asking, you don't have to be right? That's a choice.
That's a choice.
And
But
you know,
he
sometimes
then-
you got to make better choices.
Exactly. And that's what I think to my kids. If you want to do it all, then something is not, you can't do it all at the same time equally well. And it's those kind of, that kind of education and expectation in a way like that. I think they're more important than any academic that I think.
I just think you tell your own kids, you got it. You can't do everything.
And I mean,
Or learn. There's nothing better than us.
and those consequences are taken
Might be hot. Everyone ready for the mic test? Everyone named Mike, raise your hand.
And we are back for the second half here at Cardinals Stadium. Upper Dublin 14, Pennsbury 3. What did you think of the first half, Jake?
Upper Dublin started slow as they've been accustomed to this season, but they rebounded very nicely. They stuck to what they wanted to do on offense, and they very successfully were able to run the football and gain a lead.
Good kick here. That goes out of the back of the end zone. John Brady Bergfetchel on the kick there. So Upper Dublin going to start with the ball on the 20-yard line. Coming out to play quarterback Colin O'Sullivan. He had a touchdown pass and an interception in the first half. Definitely turned it on in the second quarter after a not so great first quarter. This has been a fast-moving game.
Absolutely. I feel like we took a little bit of a longer halftime to compensate for everything that happened. But, it was a lot of runs, not a lot of penalties, just real quick. And we'll see if that continues here in the second half and if Upper Dublin's able to run their way to a victory.
McIntyre in motion. They're going to fake the give to him and give it to Tawfiq Bartlett. Bartlett going to fall forward and gain around 2 yards.
Upper Dublin, there's no rush here in the third quarter up by 2 scores. This is a Pennsbury team that we talked about how they haven't won since 2019. They should just run the football here. Pennsbury's shown an inability to throw the football at any level of anything. So Upper Dublin, run the football, waste as much time as you possibly can, get out of here with a big W in front of your home crowd after the devastating effects of Hurricane Ida. If you're just joining us, first game at home for the Cardinals since the tornado.
So, now we're going to get a pass. It's to Ryan Mulroy. Mulroy going to turn infield and get a solid gain there. Mulroy with his first catch as a member of the Upper Dublin Cardinals varsity team. A freshman that plays wide receiver, tight end, and strong safety. Was an excellent player in middle school. Absolutely shined in his time with the JV team. He gets the call up, and so far he's been pretty impressive. He had that first drop, then great blocking, and here he gets the catch and sets up 3rd and 1.
Absolutely. We talk about the importance of second down. That was a big 7-yard gain, and McIntyre, does he fall forward for it?
If not, they still might go for it.
They're going to move the chains.
Yes, that is a first down there. So Upper Dublin already a minute off the clock here in the third quarter, and they have a first down.
Upper Dublin, they're running the football. They're doing everything that they really want to do on offense. Short passes where Colin O'Sullivan is most effective, and he's very smart with the football. And they're running the football quite a bit with McIntyre and Tawfiq Bartlett. This is exactly the Upper Dublin identity, and we're going to see some movement. And it looks like it'll be against Pennsbury. So the first real major mental mistake for Pennsbury, no, CJ?
Totally, yeah. Pennsbury, they played a really clean first half, but here they're going to get called for the offsides and make it a an easy first down.
And Upper Dublin's needed those freebies today, especially in the first quarter. They were able to turn it on and show they were the better team as far as the second quarter was concerned, but this is what they're going to really want to get themselves home here.
10 minutes, 23 seconds put on the play clock as Upper Dublin, they're going to come out in the T formation. This really shows what their plan is in this half. They just want to hold the ball and just run it through, right up the middle of this defense, as it's going to be a carry. Bartlett pinballs off one and is able to get a few yards.
Gets a man to a miss there pretty comfortably. He absolutely just he pushes him off with his hand. That's absolutely great running by Bartlett, and he's able to pick up some yardage there on second down. Or first down, I should say. Or no, second down.
Nope, it was first down. It was an offsides.
I can't count, guys. Can't count to 3.
So 2nd down and 2. They're going to come in the T formation. It's a handoff. Bartlett going to get to the outside, and he's going to fall forward for a few yards there. First down, Upper Dublin.
Bartlett. It seems like Bartlett's really the guy they want to feature to get home. They did give McIntyre a carry. McIntyre, outside of that one touchdown, hasn't been too effective on the ground. It's really been Colin O'Sullivan with his feet that really was so big in the second quarter. But it seems like they want to feature Tawfiq Bartlett here. First down and 10, and the chains move.
So Bartlett is going to be in the backfield. It's going to be a play in the gun here, as they do have 10 yards gain on first down. Quick little bun route here for Noah Lee. He's trying to stay in bounds, I believe he ends up getting pushed out of bounds, tackled out of bounds, but a first down for Upper Dublin. Just a nice little 6-yard bun route, and that's going to get him good yardage every single time. It's his 4th catch on the game.
And with the kind of coverage that Pennsbury is playing, they're just allowing that stuff, and they're allowing Noah Lee to potentially be the best player on this Upper Dublin offense, which is just so concerning. You can't allow Noah Lee to get hot because he will just absolutely kill you, and he's played a really nice game here today for Upper Dublin.
Yeah, Pennsbury with the classic Swiss cheese pass defense, as it's going to be a run to Bartlett. It's going to be a small carry there, a few yards, as it'll set up 2nd down and 10.
I think 2nd down a little bit more, but yeah, Upper Dublin is less concerned about the gain. They'll call it 2nd and 8. They're more concerned about the clock going from 8:34 to 33 to 32, because that is how they're going to get out of this game here in a 2-score game at this point. Upper Dublin just needs to keep running that football, and they will be good to go.
Cardinals now on 2nd down, going to come out in the gun. Bartlett lined up at running back. 2 wide receivers stacked at the top of your screen. It's going to be a pass, and floating it, Noah Lee gets the catch. It was a clear 1 read there to Noah Lee. Doesn't get it at first. Rolls out of the pocket, buys time. Lee able to just pop out, go upfield, and get the nice little catch there.
So what O'Sullivan was able to do with his feet there is he was able to sit in the pocket and show pass. But then as soon as he leaves the pocket, Pennsbury has to come up and respect his feet, because that's been a real part of this game so far. And then what he is able to do at the end is, once Pennsbury bites the bullet and starts coming up, then he's able to float the ball over to Noah Lee and get a nice big pickup there. 1st down and 10 for Upper Dublin.
8:09 on the clock here in the 3rd quarter. Already almost 4 minutes off the clock. That's exactly what Upper Dublin wants to do. Up 2 scores. It's going to be a pass, running, looking is O'Sullivan, and he's going to get that ball out. Great play there by Colin O'Sullivan on the catch there. That was number 15 on the catch, Dan Johnson.
Yeah, and Colin O'Sullivan, after throwing that interception, has really found his groove here in the 2nd and 3rd quarter, running the football, throwing the football, moving out of the pocket, and being smart with where the ball is going. He's really become a real part of this Upper Dublin offense and is commanding this game here from the quarterback position. 7 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter.
So, 1st down and 10. 7 minutes, 30 seconds left. It's going to be a run to Bartlett, and that's exactly what Upper Dublin wants on their 1st downs. They don't want the touchdown here. They want to keep running through the clock and just getting 5-6 yards a pop.
Absolutely. They just want to keep because remember, every 1st down is essentially another 2 minutes coming off of the clock here. 7:11 officially right now on the clock right now. Every 1st down is another 2 minutes. That's how they have to look at this. And if you score a touchdown quickly, you don't get those extra 2 minutes to come off the clock to get you home a little quicker.
So, 2nd down and 5, under 7 minutes. Bartlett going to get the carry again. He is going to get tackled down inbounds, mind you. Inbounds, able to stay inbounds there. So it's going to be a 3rd down and short. And the reason I keep mentioning that he was inbounds is because when you're out of bounds here, clock stops, right? When you stay in, he's able to, good body control, stay in. He's able to stay in bounds and keep the clock running.
And it's actually a blessing in disguise that he doesn't pick up the 1st down, because they're able to spend more time here getting up to the line. I'm not sure why they're snapping it with 22 seconds. There's absolutely no need for that. It doesn't matter, though. Touchdown to Feast McIntyre, and Upper Dublin has poured it on, CJ.
Yeah, right there. They're in the classic I formation. Just going to give it to McIntyre, who gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. 6th on the year. Cardinals 20-3 now. Noah Lee going to come out with the hold. Going to kick it, of course, is going to be Colin O'Sullivan. Oh, man. Wow. Going to kick it is going to be Owen Carl. To snap it, number 12, Nick Rodriguez.
How could you ever mess up Owen Carl like that?
The kick is up. The kick is good.
You really disgraced Owen Carl right there, CJ.
21-3. Upper Dublin is up. So Upper Dublin firmly in control of this game now, up 3 scores as they're going to kick the ball off to Pennsbury. The Falcons here, they're going to have to start going into panic mode as they need to make a play here.
Yeah, absolutely. They need a touchdown, and I'm not sure a field goal is exactly really going to cut it for this Pennsbury team. They've got to show an ability to get in the end zone to stay in this game. Jeremy Pollock, your thoughts on the opening part of the third quarter?
I actually just came back. I got myself a nice slice of pizza, so I haven't really seen too much of it, but it's going pretty well. We're up 21-3, so we're obviously doing pretty well.
Thank you for that, Jeremy Pollock. And here comes the kickoff by Owen Carls here. We're going to see how Upper Dublin's defense plays this and what kind of fight Pennsbury has here at the end here, as the kick is a little bit of a line driver. Bouncing, it's a live ball, and Pennsbury can't fall on it. Live ball, Pennsbury does fall on it. He almost didn't get there, but it will be inside the 15. CJ, your thoughts on that kind of play?
You know, a real dangerous play there. Upper Dublin almost able to get it, but still good field position. They put Pennsbury in. Okay, the other one's not. So ball on Pennsbury's 17-yard line. Are they going to keep going in what they have been with that flex bone option offense? And they are. So an okay carry there. You know, Upper Dublin's winning, so the fans aren't going to get mad at me if I say anything bad, right? Especially to the other team. But you have to think here, you got to throw. You have to throw.
I mean, they've only thrown the football 3 times today. This is clearly not their offensive identity, CJ. I do agree. You're down 18 points. You got to try and come back into this game. I agree. You got to at least try. Upper Dublin has not bludgeoned Pennsbury the way a lot of teams have on Pennsbury's schedule. Teams have been beating them 42-0. That's not what this game has been. They're still to some degree in it, but they're still running the ball.
Here's what I want you to think about. Say you're in basketball and you're a post-centric team, right? You like getting those little nice, easy layups for 2 points. But you're down by 3 with 3 seconds left. I don't care if it's not your identity. You got to throw up the 3.
That's absolutely true. But I mean, that would assume that there's like 10 seconds left and you're down 6 as far as football is concerned. But we'll see what Pennsbury's able to do here. There's still no first down. It's 3rd down and 4 after a lackluster gain on 2nd. So Pennsbury, this is pretty much a play that will decide this game. They have to get a first down here.
Tick-tock, down goes the clock as we are under 5 minutes here. It's going to be a carry. I don't think he got 4 yards there. They're going to have to go for it.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no time to punt here as short as it's probably going to be. They're going to call it 4th and 2. CJ, what kind of play are you expecting here on 4th and 2?
A punt.
A punt? No, that can't be right. I guess it is right. That is very interesting. Perhaps a fake punt of sorts? I'm not sure what kind of decision that is.
I mean, hey, I'm not going to question it. It's good for Upper Dublin, but wow.
I don't have a great answer as to why that happens. Usually I'm the one who's supposed to, as the analyst, I'm supposed to tell you what's happening.
Snap. Punt gets off. Chris Colburner going to get it. He's going to get a solid gain here out at about the 37-yard line of the Pennsbury Falcons. So Upper Dublin going to have the ball with 3:57 left in the third quarter after a head scratcher of a play called by Pennsbury.
I mean, my job up here is to tell you why what happened from a football sense. I don't have a great answer for you. I mean, there's still it's a 3-score game, yes, but you're still in it. You've been able to move the ball to some degree. I don't have a great answer for that.
2 yards and 4th down. It's not like you're 10 yards. 2 yards.
What if you don't get it? You're likely in a position to lose anyway. I don't know. Very, very interesting decision. You pretty much. How many yards did you gain from that punt?
What they were on?
They were
about
on the 23?
23, 24. Yeah, around like 10, 15 yards. We're getting a timeout here by Upper Dublin before the clock expires. So with that timeout, we're going to take a quick little timeout as we will be back in about 25, 30 seconds.
Welcome back here to Upper Dublin Cardinals football. I'm Jake Levine, joined by CJ Ambrose. 3 minutes, 57 seconds to go in this one. Upper Dublin on top, 21-3.
Empty backfield.
In their homecoming. And Colin O'Sullivan here fakes the give.
They want to put the dagger in this game. Oh!
Noah Lee and Colin O'Sullivan just not on the same page. It seems like Noah Lee, he beat him on the press coverage. He was faster than the defensive back. I guess he thought he was cutting towards the sticks, the pylon, and the quarterback thought he was just going to go a little deeper. A little bit of a miscommunication there. And that's disappointing if you're an Upper Dublin fan. But certainly you're winning this game. There's not a lot
I'm not too worried about that. I mean, of course you want him to hit that throw, hit that play, but again, I mean, situation here, it's the third quarter, you're up by 3 scores. It's not the end of the world that you don't get the big dagger there. Still second down and 10 in the territory of Pennsbury around the 37-yard line. It's going to be carried to McIntyre, who's going to get a big hole, rumbling, tumbling forward. It's going to be a nice carry there from Nafis McIntyre.
And that's a hell of a play.
And
the clock is stopped.
Look who comes onto the field, though. Dressing for today's game, the starting running back week 1 and 2. We weren't able to cover him for us because of the damages and with everything going on. But in the backfield, returning from injury, Michael Wright, number 3.
Very happy to see him back if you're an Upper Dublin player. The way McIntyre has really stepped up, and with what Michael Wright can do, and with Bartlett, this is a running back group that is really going to make people upset down the stretch to play.
Michael Wright there gets the carry. Not much there, but again, great to see him back on the field, back in the UD backfield.
Absolutely, and Upper Dublin now, we're talking about that running back, and with Noah Lee and Chris Colbrenner, this offense is certainly for real. Colin O'Sullivan now has pretty much the keys to the Maserati, and he's being told not to run it into the tree.
I mean, great little metaphor there. Now, not much you can really say after that one. In the pistol strong formation, handoff going to go to Wright. Wright going to rumble forward and get a solid gain as he is twisting, turning, trying to get as much as he can, as it's going to be third down and short for UD.
Upper Dublin there, able to keep running the football, keep the clock moving. There's not much to say about how Upper Dublin has played this second half. Power running, they've got tight ends all over who are blocking. They've got running backs who are running, and they're just wasting time, and that sounds bad. I don't understand why snap the ball with 21 seconds. That doesn't make much sense to me. Wouldn't you want to run it down to about 5 seconds on the play clock?
Michael Wright going to get stopped there, so Upper Dublin probably just going to bring on Owen Carl, make them have to beat you with even more. No point to really go for it on fourth down when you're up by what Upper Dublin's up by.
Absolutely. There's no need to go for it. And with a kicker like Owen Carl, you pretty much know it's going to go through. I'm going to let you make the call. What do you think Owen Carl's going to do here?
I'm going to close my eyes. I'm not even going to look because I know it's going in. On the snap, it's going to be Nick Rodriguez. On the hold, it's going to be our number 1 receiver, Noah Lee, captain of the team. And on the kick, it's going to be Owen Carl. Was it good?
No, just pushed it a little bit to the left.
You know, I didn't see it, so I don't know.
It could have been close. It was right there. It actually went right over the upper part of the field goal
line. And it wasn't blocked?
No, absolutely. It was just pushed a little bit, although there was pressure on the other side, so the push is understandable.
Well, you know, even the greatest kickers, Adam Vinatieri, the leading scorer in the NFL history, he didn't make all his kicks.
That's true. That is true. He made the ones that counted. We're talking the Super Bowls.
So, it happens. We're still winning.
All that matters is the clock, if you really are at this point. There's only 13 minutes left in this game. 1:25 here left in the third quarter.
You're sure he missed?
Again, I thought it might have been good. It went right over the top of the field goal post. So, yes, it was very close. I thought it could have gone either way.
Okay, well, we're going to get a pass here. A pass is incomplete. Just a little over a big hit on the quarterback there by number 7, Tristan Cairns, another one of the captains of this football team.
Yeah, absolutely. Upper Dublin's finally bringing the house, and Pennsbury's finally realizing it's time to throw the football. And they haven't been effective doing it all day because it's clear their bread and butter is in the run game, and we're going to see if they're able to turn some kind of passing game on here as we approach the fourth quarter.
You know, with the 2 rushing touchdowns today, I believe it's actually either a tie or now the lead on points for Upper Dublin goes to running back, actually, as it's going to be a nice little pitch there. Our running back, Nafis McIntyre.
And that run there by Pennsbury, I mean, the clock is still moving, so I'm not sure I completely understand it. But you see Pennsbury, their sideline is just kind of sitting. Some are standing, hands on their hips. The body language is clear on both sidelines who's winning and losing. And it's clear Upper Dublin is in the driver's seat here, less than a minute to go here in the third quarter.
So, getting ready for 3rd down and 2. And I think Upper Dublin jumped there defensively.
That is indeed going to be the call.
We're waiting for the call. Yep, offsides on the Cardinals.
Pennsbury's going to get a first down off of that, CJ. What do you think of that?
In the grand scheme of things, I really don't think it matters. If I'm being 1,000% honest.
He's confident in his football team. You can really tell.
I mean, is there much to not be confident about? We're running down here. I mean, 1 second between the game clock and the time and how long you have to snap it. Yeah, the play clock.
You're welcome.
As it's going to be a little carry here. No, it's an option. Almost gets muffed in. High school rule, you get on the ground, the play's dead.
So 3 seconds and the clock stops. So it is going to be Pennsbury forced to run another play here before we hit the end of the third quarter. About 1:30 local time here, and it's been a quick one for a noon kickoff after even an extended halftime show. It has moved, and okay, they're going to let the clock run down now. It says 000 here. There's some confusion as far as the officials are concerned. At the end of the third quarter, we will give you a bit of a breather.
Just waiting to see the play clock here.
It looks like they're going to get an untimed down of sorts.
No, the teams are going off the field. And yeah, I believe that will take us to the fourth quarter. We'll be right back in the fourth quarter. Second down and 10 on their own 33-yard line.
And it's going to be Upper Dublin here. Looks like they're going to try and bring the house a little bit. It's going to be a throw, and he's got a man. Incomplete, overthrown. It'll be 3rd down and 10, CJ.
So 3rd down and 10. We are going to see a bit more of the passing.
If you're just joining us, this is the first game back at Upper Dublin Cardinals Stadium since the effects of Hurricane Ida absolutely damaged the community. We're in a daytime game as the lights were destroyed, so we could not be playing under the lights on a Friday night, classic Friday night lights, but we're here Saturday at noon. Upper Dublin's got an 18-point lead here in the fourth quarter.
Third down. Quarterback looking, throwing to number 23, who's going to try to get as far as he can. And brought down after a solid gain there. We're going to see fourth down now in the fourth quarter. They have to go for it.
Absolutely. There's no decision to punt here. As we saw, they punted in the same situation just a quarter ago. I don't think that's an option here, and it looks like it is not.
Literally 3
2.
minutes ago. I mean, again, just a weird decision there. But Upper Dublin now, they got to try to hold on 4th and 2. Even if they don't, it is still an 18-point lead for the Fighting Cardinals.
And this clock is certainly moving.
I'd expect a run here. Man in motion. Going to be a carry and a first down. No! Did he get it? What's the call? Forward progress or
Looks
no?
generous. Yeah,
Yes.
the chain move.
They're going to give him the forward progress there. So first down, Pennsbury, but that's not the end of the world for UD. Clock keeps running right when they get up to that line of scrimmage. Or sorry, right now.
When the ball gets spotted.
Yeah. 2-minute rule is my fault.
It's okay.
Man in motion, and I believe that is a false start by the Pennsbury Falcons O-line.
Yeah, and Pennsbury's played a pretty disciplined game of football. Only their second mistake is today. They just haven't really been able to get too much going on offense after the first possession. They've been at 3 points since that very first possession, and Upper Dublin has scored 3 touchdowns in the intervening time.
1st and 15 now, 10 minutes, 52 seconds left. Zach, what are you thinking about the rest of this game?
I think Upper Dublin should continue to run the ball, burn off as much time as possible, as TJ keeps referencing. And on defense, I think they're getting a good feel of how to stop the run, so they just got to keep continue it. And as they get a pass there.
A pass, and no, he doesn't get out of bounds.
Is that the first completed pass today for the Falcons?
I believe so. And
Getting a little bit of a scuffle going.
I mean, what is number 85 doing?
I'm not sure. He's got to get out of bounds.
He didn't get out of bounds. The clock will keep going. Wow. So, first down, or 2nd and 5, I mean, it just, quarterback got very far back there, so it looked further than it was. Nice carry here for number 2 on Pennsbury. That is going to be Nathan Begley.
Yeah, and I mean, they're just running the football here, doing what they can. They're just doing what they can try and do here. They're not exactly sure at this point. There's not much throwing going on for Pennsbury. The running has been effective when they're able to get out in space, but there's just no time for that, unfortunately, for Pennsbury.
First down and 10 to go. 9 minutes, 34 seconds. A pass, looking, got a man, number 23, incomplete, overthrowing him.
And Upper Dublin's just in the quarterback's face. There's nothing he can really do at this point. At this point, less than 10 minutes to go here. Upper Dublin's just trying to get off the field one more time and run this ball home.
So we're going to get 2nd down. Clock does stop on the incompletion. 9 minutes, 27 seconds left. Upper Dublin Cardinals 21. Pennsbury Falcons 3. Quarter 4 down to 10 yards to the first down. Cardinals 2 timeouts. The Falcons 3 timeouts remaining. Man in motion. It's going to be a quarterback keeper. He's going to try to get as much as he can. Falling forward and brought down.
Yep, and just trying to get out of here as Upper Dublin tackle him inbounds. Pennsbury running the football. I mean, there's not much to say here. It's been a lot of the same stuff over and over again here. So we are going to see how Upper Dublin and his defense is able to keep them inbounds, and is Pennsbury actually able to score a touchdown, maybe go for an onside kick, make this one interesting.
3rd down and 3 to go. They're going to have a matchup if they went with the pass. They didn't, as it's going to be a nice carry. They definitely had numbers still churning forward and finally brought down. There was good run. Didn't have to worry about the pass, but if they would have thrown it there, there was an uncovered receiver there on the outside.
Absolutely. They still got a good run, but yeah, I mean, Pennsbury is starting to really move the football for the first time since the first quarter, and we're going to ask Jeremy Pollock for his thoughts on that.
I'm sorry, thoughts on what?
On Pennsbury really moving the football here, as they have is the best they've done since the first quarter.
I'm not worried. We're still 21-3. That's 7 times their score. And we're in the fourth quarter with 8 minutes left. I don't think they have a shot, but
thank you for those words, Jeremy. CJ?
Well, nice little gain there. It is second and goal, so they're trying to punch it into the end zone here. And this is where Pennsbury, you don't want to fall into a bad strategy of, okay, now we're close, now we can just get back to run, because that burns the clock. No, you got to try to get this in, punch it in as fast as you can. I mean, I'd look at maybe throwing here.
I mean, they have to try and score a touchdown here.
Like a play like that, they've run that play multiple times. Just that little quarterback keeper just running a little bit to the left or a little bit to the right, around 3 yards to each side. It's not going to work here when everything is so tight and condensed. That's a play you got to run in space.
Absolutely. Pennsbury, they've got to start trying to throw the football. I mean, because the bigger problem is when they don't get positive plays running the ball, the clock continues to run. When they don't get positive plays throwing the ball, at least you get a stoppage in the action. Right now, the clock has just been moving, and we're currently at 7 minutes at this point for this one.
So it is going to be a carry. No, a pitch. I was fooled there on the play.
Absolutely, and I think the Upper Dublin defense was too, because that is the first touchdown the Pennsbury Falcons have scored all day. So, are you expecting a 2-point attempt here for Pennsbury?
Well, a 2-point attempt here. They're already at 9. If they go for 2, it'd be a 10-point game. I would do it, and I'll tell you why. Because what you do by getting it is you tie it with a touchdown and a field goal. You don't have to worry for going for 2, right?
Well, later on. You're still going to have to get the 2 points eventually.
Eventually. So you might as well try to get it now while you still have time.
Interesting. You see, I think they should go for the extra point, because if you don't get the extra point here, it now forces you to get 2 touchdowns. The guaranteed extra point allows you to prolong the game a little bit longer.
I guess that is true. But you're also someone that plays a little more... I play a little more Madden than you do.
That's absolutely true.
It's going to be a pitch to the outside, trying to get it stopped. So a big stop here by Upper Dublin, keeping it at a 12-point game.
And there's a big difference between 12 and 11, because instead of a touchdown and a field goal tying you, a touchdown and a touchdown is now necessary to tie you. Absolutely huge play for Upper Dublin's defense.
Upper Dublin going to get the ball with 7 minutes and 2 seconds left on the clock. And really, they can essentially put an end to this game. You could have a solid 4-minute possession here. Still have 3 minutes left on the clock. But hey, you get a touchdown or even a field goal here. This game is essentially done and dusted.
If you're Upper Dublin, do not snap the ball until there's 1 second on the play clock. There's no reason to. You should just absolutely milk this. It's 1:45. This game could be an under 2-minute affair, believe it or not.
Under 2-minute affair.
Under 2-hour affair, especially even with the 20-minute halftime show. But this is absolutely Upper Dublin's time to shine. Let those running backs, those 3-headed monster we were talking about before, really take control of this football game.
You know, we already saw an onside kick here by this Pennsbury team. And look, they're going tight like they did on the onside kick. Now they're just reversing it. Don't be surprised if you see it. And yeah, they're lined up for an onside. Upper Dublin, yeah, they're shifting because Pennsbury looks like they're going to go for an onside kick. And they do. It's a little pitched onside. Upper Dublin just going to let it go out of bounds. So it doesn't really work there.
Interesting.
It's got a little too much loft on it.
You got to get that ball a little down into where they are not and try and make that ball bounce a little awkwardly so that the returner doesn't have a great chance to field it, and maybe you can get down there.
I think what the kicker was trying to do is put a little bit of loft on it, right, and have it maybe stop in place.
I'm not exactly sure. Whatever it was unsuccessful, as Upper Dublin would take over at about midfield.
Upper Dublin, they are going to have a short field, which honestly could be an advantage to Pennsbury. The less yardage they have, the less clock opportunity they have to burn. As it's going to be a pistol strong formation. Nobody covering Lee, but no, they're still just going to carry it. And it's a good carry. Good block there by Noah Lee. And it's going to be a solid game there for Nafis McIntyre.
Yeah, they're just running the football, and as long as they stay in bounds, everything will be okay. They shouldn't wait very long to snap this football. And we're going to hear some thoughts from Braxton Gans, who's been absolutely unbelievable on the camera. Braxton, your thoughts?
Upper Dublin, all they have to do is run out the clock right now. I feel like we got this in the bag as long as we can keep possession.
Thank you for that, Braxton. CJ?
Upper Dublin going to go on the pistol formation again. A bad snap and smart play there by O'Sullivan just to fall on it.
And it doesn't really matter about the loss because they're able to keep the clock moving. But, Colin O'Sullivan understands that he's up by 2 touchdowns. No reason to force anything huge here. Just fall on the football and let the clock move.
Exactly right. Good play there by Colin O'Sullivan. As down to 6 minutes left on the clock here. Upper Dublin 21. Their visitors, the Pennsbury Falcons, have 9.
Pennsbury Falcons, we talked about how they haven't gotten a win since 2019, and it looks like they're on their way for yet another loss. What have you seen out of Pennsbury today, CJ?
You know, they really haven't been that bad. They're an undersized team, and I think if they got a bit more size, maybe this could work. And I think maybe having a bit more variety on offense could really help them out.
I 100% agree. This was not. They came in and they showed some fight. They really did run the football early in this one. And Upper Dublin hasn't been so effective running the football on the ground. I mean, they've been pretty good, but they just got stopped and they're letting the clock move a little bit. But Upper Dublin is still very much in the driver's seat.
The game's not over, folks.
No, I mean, but Upper Dublin's in the driver's seat, but it's not over. I agree with that. 5 minutes to go here. If it was 3 minutes to go, I'd say, okay, maybe it's over. But there's still time here. And Carl here with the punt. Again, I don't understand snapping it with 17 seconds on the play clock.
Carl going to have a nice little punt depending on the bounce they get. And it's going to keep bouncing, rolling, and down at the 1 yard line.
And Owen Carl, CJ.
Coffin kick.
And does it feel like the nail in the coffin for this Pennsbury Falcons team?
Not yet, but I mean that ball was down to around the 1 inch line.
Absolutely, that was an unbelievable punt and great. And you're hearing the Owen Carl chants. The fans absolutely love that man, and for good reason.
So Upper Dublin, great place to start defensively. 99 yards, essentially 100 yards. Is what they're going to have to get here. This is within the 1 yard line. This is, again, like within the 1 inch line, essentially.
And we might see a safety here in this one as before this one expires, but we will certainly see how this one goes here. Upper Dublin feeling very good as of right now.
So they're going to go in the flex bone formation. You figure they probably have to run it here. They do. And it is going to be a fine carry. So they get out of the end zone right at their back. Still within the 10-yard line, but again, not in nearly as much danger as they were.
Not really too much to say there about that one. Upper Dublin is just running through here. Upper Dublin's getting the stops they need, letting the clock run a little bit, and they are feeling good at this point.
Back in the flex bone formation, 4 minutes, 22 seconds left. It's going to be a quick pass, and it's intercepted.
That feels like the dagger, folks. Upper Dublin comes away, and it looks like they're going to get a big W in front of their home fans here at the start of their return after the horrible effects.
Johnny Mall drops it right into the captain's hands. Captain of this defense, Tristan Cairns, gets the interception there for Upper Dublin.
Absolutely, and Upper Dublin is feeling great after that one. They've played a real complete football game, and they deserve to come out with a W.
Okay, so Upper Dublin, they're not going to go in the T formation here. They're just going to stay in the pistol strong formation. In at quarterback, Colin O'Sullivan. Still keeping the starters in the game. Trying to get the dagger here. He might run. No, he's just going to fall down, take the sack. Again, smart play there. No need to hurt yourself. No need to try to do something crazy. Just fall down, take the sack. Tried to get a big play, not that big of a deal for UD. Clock keeps going as we are now under the 4 minute mark.
Completely agreed. The clock moving is the most important aspect of all of this if you're a fan of the Upper Dublin Cardinals.
So O'Sullivan getting the call. They're going to have Dan Nardo, who's usually their starting tight end. They're going to line him all the way out at wide receiver. So maybe you see an outside carry here. No, it's just going to be a power to the quarterback. And still going is O'Sullivan. Going to get down at around the line of scrimmage, probably a little short.
Absolutely, and the clock is moving. We're about 3 minutes to go here in this one. The question will be, is this one over before the 2 o'clock mark? And the clock is moving. Okay, there's a timeout by Pennsbury, and we're going to take a quick timeout with it, and we're going to be back as soon as the timeout ends.
Neil Diamond playing by the band. Sweet Caroline. No, we're not in the 7th inning stretch here in Fenway. We are at Cardinals Stadium.
Yeah, and although they sound very happy as they would if the Red Sox were winning, although I'm in my Yankees shirt and I don't really want to talk about the Boston Red Sox. Thank you, CJ.
O'Sullivan firing a dart over the middle. That's going to be to Griffin Pensby, number 8, who already has a touchdown reception today. First down, Upper Dublin.
And it looks like we're going to get another timeout here. Clock is stopped. I guess not. It looks like we're... Okay, here comes the clock running.
They just had to place the football down, Jake.
I know. I was the one who told you about that rule earlier.
I knew about the rule. I just made a mental error.
Okay, CJ.
Yeah, you're
Did
right.
the Mandela effect get you?
No, I just made a mistake.
I appreciate the honesty.
Well, anywho, Upper Dublin, we're going to get another flag. Flags flying.
Illegal procedure on the play.
It's going to be an illegal procedure, 5-yard penalty. Upper Dublin going to go back as it's still first and goal. Ball now at the 7-yard line.
Yeah, and Upper Dublin here, we're going to get our thoughts from Jeremy Pollock at the conclusion of this one in 2 minutes and 18 seconds of game time. We'll see. Colin O'Sullivan throw another touchdown here, CJ?
Well, I don't know. I think they're just going to run it here. At least I would. It's going to be a run to Twafiq Bartlett. Bartlett bolstering through Michael Wright with the carry. Solid run there, trying to get his legs churning, trying to get him back into playing form here with the game. Coming to a, not very screeching halt, a more slow burning halt that we all know is bound to happen, but we just got to ride our way through it.
Okay.
Here's what I say we do. Here's what I say we do. We gotta create a mercy rule in professional sports in general.
Really?
Like in baseball, you're down 10 runs after the 5th inning, you're done. Or we'll say 7th inning. Okay. Football, you're down by 3 scores within a minute. Game over. Okay.
Why do you feel this way?
Because I want to go home. I gotta work. I'm tired.
CJ sounds like you're.
I love this game. I love calling it. But come on, guys. Let's be honest. Do we really think there's going to be a comeback here?
Well, Upper Dublin's going to move to 5-2 in the win column. Pennsbury's going to fall to 0-7. Your thoughts on this one, CJ?
I think Upper Dublin's going to win. I mean, no. If I'm being for real, we're having fun here at the end of the game. But no, Upper Dublin, they played a really good game. They started off slow. They were able to figure out this Pennsbury offense. They were able to really start blitzing, stopping the run. And they were able to figure it out with Colin O'Sullivan's legs, opening up more opportunities both in the passing and running game as Michael Wright going to get a carry. Does a little bit of a front flip as he falls down.
I guess Upper Dublin's happy that the clock is going to get to move a little bit longer. 1:27 here, 1:57. on our clocks here.
127.
No, 1:57 on our local time clocks. Now it's 1:18 on the football clock.
Yeah. Jake wants to get out before 2.
I mean, CJ said we'd be done at 2:45. I took the over on that. I mean, at this point, I feel pretty good about my bet. But
Well, we're going to see that T formation here on 3rd down. Michael Wright gets into the end zone. Upper Dublin pouring it on him.
And you got to love to see Upper Dublin and Michael Wright, who was injured for as long as he was, come back in this one as it starts to be the fans starting to get out of here, as they are very happy with their Upper Dublin Cardinals getting a big win over the Pennsbury Falcons in their return. CJ, Jeremy Pollock, Zach Holman, Braxton Gans, all with you today.
Whoa! We got 58 seconds left, Jake. We are not done. Hey, you listening at home, stay. Please, come on, you can spare us 58 seconds of your life, okay? Make our YouTube analytics look good. You know, we haven't plugged our channel yet, okay? You know what you gotta do? You gotta hit that like button, okay? Helps us recommend our videos out to more UD fans, more high school football fans in general. And if you want to get notified every single time we upload, hit that little red subscribe button under. Turn the bell on for notifications, or don't if you want. I mean, it doesn't really affect me, but yeah, it'd be very, very appreciated if you do.
Affect you? We'd love you to press the notifications button so you never miss an Upper Dublin Cardinals athletics upload. That would be absolutely great if you were able to do that. If you're on your phone, make sure you turn to settings and switch on notifications for YouTube.
Owen Carl going to kick off here. Upper Dublin. They are pretty comfortable now, up 28-9 with under 60 seconds on the clock. Carl's teeing it up. Strong wind today. Ball only fell off one time. Pretty nice day out, though. It was supposed to be mid-60s and cloudy, but the sun decided to show up here and wanted to watch a little bit of football.
Absolutely, and it got a pretty good game from the Upper Dublin Cardinals.
And, you know, as I say, ball only fell down once from the wind. We get number 2.
I mean, as far as Upper Dublin played today, Colin O'Sullivan made the early mistake, but it didn't really let him affect him too much. He was able to really be effective in the second half, and he was able to really put this Upper Dublin team on his back. He was able to let the running backs do what they needed to do and get home with a big W here. Pennsbury, they showed fight more than I thought they would. But Owen Carl with a big fight. Oh, we got a little scuffle. And we're not going to let that materialize here with less than a minute to go.
Let them fight. Let them fight.
CJ, do you know the story about the 2006 brawl between the Miami Hurricanes and the FIU Golden Panthers?
Yes, everyone on FIU wanted to go to Miami, but couldn't.
That is actually true. But
that's where we got the original Myles Garrett.
Do you remember? That is also true. But do you remember what the announcer said, the former Miami wide receiver? Do you remember what he said during that game?
No.
When you come into our house, I think was the quote, you should get your behind kicked. So let's not be like him.
No, obviously we don't want to see fights here in football. We're just having a little bit of fun here. No, we don't want to see fights. We just want to see some good old American football.
That is absolutely true here with less than a minute to go. Upper Dublin Cardinals here looking to get a big W here at the end of this one.
So 48 seconds left on the clock in what has been a solid game for Upper Dublin. A little bit of maybe a small rivalry brewing as a bit of scuffles during this game. As sacked, maybe, yes. Nice play there.
And that's an exclamation point to put on this one. There is no need to run another play if you're Pennsbury. We'll see if they do anyway. Jeremy Pollock here. Your thoughts as this one look like it's going to end 28-9 in the Cardinals win column.
I told you we were going to win. That's honestly all I have to say.
Jeremy.
Also, always just with the best bites of info from Jeremy Pollock. It's going to be another pass. Quarterback trips, gets a throw off, and a nice hit there by DJ Cerisier.
And the crowd loves it with 10 seconds left. We'll see how Pennsbury ends up finishing this one here. And 10 seconds to go. Upper Dublin 28, Pennsbury 9. Again, Zach Holman, Jeremy Pollock, and Braxton Gantz all joining myself and CJ.
That's exactly right. Exactly 10 seconds left here. We might get one more play after this one. This could be the last play of the game, though. I mean, no need to really get anyone hurt. You might just see a little run here. I doubt it, though. They're probably going to throw, but if I was coach, I'd either just knee it or run it out here. No need to get any of your players injured. As here we go with 10 seconds left. It is going to be a triple option carry. Running is it with 23. Running with it is 23, as that will officially end the game. Upper Dublin Cardinals move to 5-2, while the losing streak continues for the Pennsbury Falcons, now 0-7 on the year. I'm CJ Ambrose along with Jake Levine. On camera today, Braxton Gantz, Zachariah Holman helping us out on the mic. Jeremy Pollock also helping us out on the mic. We'd like to thank Jason Tranish, John Squarey for helping us put this broadcast together. Thank you all for listening. Thank you all for watching. And I hope that you have a great rest of your weekend. And we will see you next week with UD Media.